What up, guys? Welcome back to another installment of Redirect. As you know, I'm the host with the most, K-Most, Sexy Flexy, the mindful historian, Rona Walker, and then we got my co-host. Why don't you never introduce yourself as soon as I finish talking?
Cause you always come with some mess, man. You always gotta come and take my stuff. Y'all hear he won't be like me. I'm Devon Brockett, the mindful historian here. Second half of Redirect, you know.
It's amazing. We got two mindful historians here.
Oh yeah, isn't it, right? Well, we're gonna have you lead a lesson in mindfulness at the end of the podcast since you're a mindful historian.
I can't do that.
Okay. All right, cool, bro. With us today, we have a guest. He's a friend of me and Karan's, Preston Bass.
What it do? What it do, world? In the podcast is the place to be.
Preston, go ahead and introduce yourself to our listeners out there. Tell them about you, how you know us, what you do, what you don't do. Let them know who you are.
Okay. My name is Preston Bass. I'm in Alabama, Abbeville, Alabama right now, in the country living. I just got out of the Marines, literally like a day ago. That's when my contract was up. But I mean, I had a good time. It was, good people and everything, but now I want to flap my wings and be free, So I do like anime and I like sports. I love, going out and having fun and just being a young man. I'm 23, so y'all ladies that, 23 is good number because, jump man, yeah, that's me, you know what I'm saying? I met Karan, I met Devon, playing basketball, we was out there. What was the park name again?
I couldn't tell you.
What was the name of that rec center? Was it Bayview Rec Center? Bayside?
No, it was outside.
Yeah, it was outside though. It was like Bayview Park or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Bayview or Bayville, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we met out there, played ball, had to dice them up like, tomatoes out there, man, you know what I'm saying? Had to serve them.
Can't deny that.
So I see everybody want to lie today. Okay. That's the kind of podcast. That's the kind of podcast we're going to have today. Okay.
Yeah, but we was saucy out there. But after that, we started talking about like anime and life and stuff, and then I got to know them. They're pretty cool dudes. I was like, you know what? Let me hang out with these guys, and then after that, we just started hanging out, and they stone cold Steve Austin. They the best dudes I know out here, man. They good brothers, and they know how to be black man in America. You know what I'm saying? And stay solid, and got good folks. Came from good start. They got good family and stuff. So I respect them wholeheartedly. So I'm glad to join the podcast, and anytime y'all need me, I'll be on it. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's vintage P.
Oh yeah, I forgot you used to call yourself that.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Preston probably one of the coolest people we met playing basketball because we met some characters.
Yes.
I don't think we ever told you, Preston. Like before we met you at that one park. I think I met you first because I came out there by myself one day, I think, and then Devon came with me next time. But before that, we was going to a park close by Devon's house, and there's some random dude is sitting out there. He started talking to us. The dude was weird. He came up, he kept talking to me. He like, dude, if you ever need something, bro, somebody ever mess with you, let me know. I got you. I'm like, okay. He said, no, I don't think you hear me, bro. Somebody mess with you, let me know. I'm like, bro, I don't even know you. Like, why are you trying to die for me? And like the next time we went to go play ball, and when we pulled up, he was sitting out there again. I said, Devon, I can't do it. I refuse to go out here and play again. And that's when we started driving all the way to Bayview or Bayville, wherever it was. And that's how we met you. And if it weren't for him, we probably wouldn't have met you. Devon was trying to make us go out there and play. I wasn't trying to do it.
First, because we had just got there, I was like, bro, you not about to make us drive to another court. I was like, come on. He was like, nope. I'm not getting out this car. He was like,
no, I'm not doing it.
So we sitting on the side of the park, and I'm looking at the dude. I don't know if he knows us or not, but then Karan was like, I got another park we can go to. I'm about to drive in now. I was like, all right, bro. It is what it is at this point.
That be weird. Man, look, if I go to a 7-Eleven and there's somebody outside who look like they're going to ask me for some money, I would drive to another 7-Eleven. I would not get out my car.
But remember that story you told me about the crackhead lady?
That's a story for off podcast.
That was crazy.
Oh, man. Let that go. I'm trying to erase that from my memory.
What's funny between the three of us is, and we're not gonna share war stories, but Karan and Preston have the craziest stories out of all three.
Preston got the craziest story.
No.
Preston got the craziest story.
I've been listening to y'all. I've been listening to y'all.
Trying to be too wholesome. He ain't got no stories on. He ain't got no dirt on him.
I ain't got no crazy stuff like y'all, boy.
We just be out here living life, man.
That's what we gotta do.
I guess. But if I could paint the picture of how we met Preston, because Preston, you know, he gave his perspective. So we were out there playing. I had just dunked on Karan.
I was like, he better lie.
Oh,
he had hurt his knee. So
wait
Preston came on and was like, "Ooh, bro, you got posterized." And I was like, "Yeah, you know, that's how I usually go out here." You know, and that's how we met Preston, y'all. Like Preston came over, helped Karan up, dust him off, you know. Gave him an icy.
You can go ball right now, bro. You can go ball right now.
First of all, hold on, I gotta clear this story up. First of all, Karan was doing his due diligence, and then Devon, he was just learning how to play.
Exactly.
He was still trying to do the 1-2 step.
I'm out there being Coach Carter for Devon and whatnot. Shoot.
Look, I say I'm a mindful historian. Ain't basketball nowhere in that title, all right? Okay.
Oh, man. But today he can ball a little bit better though. I ain't gonna lie, he can ball a little bit better. Damn.
I don't know because we've been on hiatus for a long time.
Whew, it's been a minute.
We ain't played ball. I don't think I played ball since by the time you left, Preston. That's about the last time I balled.
That's been a minute, man.
After you left, I'm like, I ain't got no reason to ball now.
Dang, that's a year.
It's been a while. Yeah. I would go out there and leave in probably like 5 minutes. Kind of like, I don't know what I'm wasting my time. What am I doing? Yeah.
What we need to do next? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I said what we need to do next time play soccer because do y'all know how to play soccer?
Nah.
I mean, I get the basics of it. Kick that ball into the goal.
So we all know the same amount of soccer, so we be good.
Yes.
We're good at each other.
We can make black soccer, you know, make our rules as we go.
Facts.
Oh my God. So the name of my podcast is Redirect Preston. You know that, right?
Yeah.
So what we do here is try to provide redirection for our listeners. Because, you know, sometimes you're focused on some things that may not be serving you well, or they may be harmful or unbeneficial. So we try to come in, bring up topics, and provide our perspective, you know, our unique perspective on things. Karan.
Yes.
Who needs redirection today?
The whole country, the U.S. of A. Boy, if we had to use an acronym for USA, use I don't even want to speak bad about USA because you know it might get canceled, but we need some help. We need some redirection. We need some help. We need some logic. We need some rationale. We need help.
So what would you recommend? What are we redirecting Americans to? Because you say the whole country need help.
We need to redirect them to some scientific facts. Listen to the doctors. That's what we need to do. I need to listen to people who don't know nothing.
Facts.
Oh man,
man. Well, people that don't want to wear masks, we should tell them you got to wear the mask because we're trying to protect you from 5G. You might throw that mask on quick then.
Man, so what we're talking about, everybody. Americans seem to be bored with COVID-19 because we are not taking it serious. a lot of us are not taking it serious anymore. That's what it seems like. You know, you look at the media, you look at your friends. People having corona parties and trying to see who's gonna get the virus first. Y'all heard about that?
Yeah.
Yep. Tuscaloosa.
The way y'all lives are, one of y'all gonna be at them parties. I already said y'all have some crazy stories. One of y'all.
You ain't no corona on party. It be Preston.
Hey, maybe. I ain't saying no. I ain't saying yes.
Preston gonna get there. I thought y'all was talking about the beer, baby. What you mean, virus?
Oh, man. I'm telling the whole truth, though.
You said what?
No, I said y'all telling the whole truth, though. That story happened in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Yeah,
Alabama. It was Preston people's out there. Can you control your state, man?
I'm telling you, man. I can't control these. Well, I can't say that, but I can't control these
people.
Caucasian folks.
Is it everybody having their parties? I think it was like college kids. Oh, okay.
So it was college kids. It was on Tuscaloosa. Was that's where University of Alabama is at.
Okay.
They were throwing the parties out there, and honestly, like, I can't blame it on the white people either, because like it was mostly the white people that were doing it. But I seen some videos and I seen some suspect stuff coming from the black folks too. They had parties and stuff. So it's everybody, man. It ain't just one group. It's everybody. They just acting food. So So I mean,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
There was one story though. I went to GameStop and I had my mask on. And honestly, like, I don't really go out a lot right now.
Mm-hmm.
I used to stay around the house. But I went to GameStop and I had my mask on, and everybody that came through, I ain't gonna talk about the demographics, but everybody came through. They didn't have their mask on. Even the workers didn't have the mask on. And then there was another black dude who came in, and he had his mask on. He was chopping it up with the store owner, the manager, and he was just talking. And then he left, and so I stayed in there for about 15 more minutes, and I left. Then I came back out there. I was like, I saw the dude in the parking lot, the black guy, and he came up to me. He's like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I think these white folks trying to kill us. I was like, what you talking about, man? He's like, ain't none of them wear they mask. They just want to feed us the COVID and stuff like that. I was like, I mean, and when I was laughing and stuff, I thought about it. I was like, he ain't lying though, because a lot of times I go around like Walmart or anywhere, it'll be nobody wearing a mask, and then when I do see people wearing masks, it's mostly either like it'll be like nurses or people that are in the field that have a knowledge or a basis of the coronavirus, or they just trying to stay safe and they just listen to what the government says. So I don't know.
And that's the hard thing. It's like there's so much information. I can't say knowledge because I don't know what's true and what's not. There's so much information out about the virus being like the flu or not being like the flu, or the numbers being boosted for some certain reasons, or they're not being boosted, or all you got to do is take care of your body, you'll be good. I don't know. And when I don't know something, I don't take risks. That's not what I'm not going to do. I'm gonna play it safe until I have more information and I can make a better, well-educated decision.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I was in vitamin shot like some months ago, probably like April or March, and I was looking at some stuff, trying to get healthy and boost my immune system, and just in case anything happened. And there was a lady in there, and she was maybe 8-10 feet away from me down the aisle, and I heard her. She asked for help from the salesperson, and the person's like, "Yeah, how can I help you?" And she was like, "Oh, my boyfriend has COVID." I said,
"Wow, walk out that store so fast."
I put my item back, boy. I said, "I don't need this no more." And walk right out of the store. I'm like, I don't know if she had contact with him or not, but I won't take that risk, and I wasn't about to ask her like, "Hey, when the last time you seen him?" Exactly. I'm like, "Why are you in here?"
She got to go take the medicine to him. Shoot.
Wait, how young was she? How young was she?
She maybe been like late 20s or somewhere in her 30s.
Okay, I was about to say like if they're under 25, they probably ain't been in contact. I don't know about late 30s because I don't know where I'm at in that life yet. But
Shoot,
I know what young folks do.
A lot of young folks say like they don't believe in it and whatnot. So what's that about, Preston? No, you like 12 years old. You said, why don't y'all believe in it?
Well, actually, I actually talked to my friends about it, and they were talking about like, yeah, man, like I believe it's real, but it's the numbers aren't what they're supposed to be. Like they lying to us about the numbers, and then so I remember I had a conversation with him, and he was saying, yeah, I believe that 5G got something to do with it. I believe all that other stuff. He said that they don't really care. It's just like you said, like the flu or just another disease. Not to say disease, but just another illness
virus.
Virus that's just gonna affect us no matter what, and we just might as well just take it. And after I got on the phone with him, I'm talking about not even 2 minutes, man. My cousin called me, and he was like, "Bruh, I'm just gonna tell y'all, like I was gonna head to your house the other day, but I'm gonna take about a 3 to 4 week break." He said he went to a party at his coworker's house, and he also went to a rally. You know how the people were rallying about like George Floyd and things like that. Yeah. And he went to 2 of those. So he went to the party, and then he went to 2 rallies. And then the next day, when he got back from the party, he was drinking and smoking, and he said that he doodled in the sheets, man. He doodled in the sheets. And then he went to the bathroom and try to clean his stuff up, try to put his stuff in the laundry baskets, and and he thought he was dehydrated from drinking and stuff, but he didn't know why he doodled all over himself. And then he said he felt bad. He said his mind was all in a different place. And then basically at the end of the story, he said something was messing him up, but he don't know if it was COVID or not. He took the test and found out it wasn't COVID. But at the same time, I heard that those tests are like 45% like factual. So even when you take the test, you still may have it, or it may have just got out of your system and you don't even know because you already waited them 2 weeks after your So I don't know. It's just too much up in the air. But young folks, they still gonna do what they're gonna do. So I ain't gonna. I can't control them.
I was watching the news one time, and the news reporter talked to this black kid. And this is like in Arizona, something like that when they first opened back up. Everybody at bars and all this other stuff. She asked him, said, "Why aren't you wearing a mask?" Well, I probably should be wearing a mask, but no, I'm out with my friends, so I'm not gonna wear one. I'm like, what does that? No, that doesn't work like that. Y'all don't have friendship immunity. It doesn't work.
I must say something to that point, Karab. I wanted to say first, I wasn't laughing at what your cousin was going through. I was laughing at the fact that you put his business out about him doodling his sheets, bro. I was
hey, man. Hey, I didn't say his name, so y'all good. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. When he said it, I started laughing. So you good. Laugh it up. I was laughing. I ain't gonna lie. At first I thought he was talking about he had a laxative, and he's like, yeah, no, you know, weed brownies or something, and but he wasn't talking about no weed brownies. He was talking about straight up like he was sick. I was like, dang, I was like, well, just stay away from my tail,
If I was your cousin, bro, I'd be standing right at the end of your driveway, like, for real, Preston. This is what we doing.
I wouldn't have told nobody. I just said I was real sick. I threw up or something.
You would have left some stuff out. You would have messed yourself up at the doctor. So what symptoms do you have, sir? I mean, the regular ones. I got the regular symptoms.
Explosive diarrhea. Oh
man. But yeah, I haven't hung out with Karan. I have not.
At all?
People, no. Mm-mm. And people be like, that's because Karan out here in these streets. But
Karan belongs to the streets.
I'm just trying to live my life.
So I always say when people be like, hey, bro, you trying to hang out? I'm like, look, I'm not even hanging out with Karan. So I'm not hanging out with nobody. Like, I'm coming home. If I go out and go to the store and stuff, but I ain't going to the barbershop. I ain't going to nobody party. I ain't going to graduation stuff, the bar mitzvahs, none of it. I'm being COVID. Because I think I may have had it. I don't know what I had. It won't fun. That's all I know. It won't fun.
Vaughn doodle on himself.
Oh, that Mississippi mudslide.
Nah. Thankfully, that wasn't it. It was just like some body pain, sore throat, headache, and stuff like that. But that was like months ago. So I'm good now, y'all. If y'all concerned, I'm good now. Yeah.
Now I do have a question. So like, did you ever feel anything in your mindset? Like, was your mindset altering as well?
I was stressed out of my mind, boy. if that counts.
Oh,
if that counts. And because like it's for me, it was like it was still kind of new. I think it was like in March when all this was going on. It was March, so it was still new, and I was like, I may have got it. I don't know. And one day it would be a little bit better, then the next day it wouldn't be better, and I was like, oh, it got me. It got me, y'all. Out of everybody, it got me. So I was stressed out. I had anxiety real bad, but thankfully I got past whatever it was, and I'm still here. It could have been a cold for all I know, and the anxiety may have been what was making everything else worse, but I don't know.
Oh, okay. Dang, man, that's crazy.
Thing is, though, people are dying. Like, that's something you can't deny. People are dying. Whether it's man-made, whether it came from bats or a snake or whatever animal they say it came from, people still dying. And like people talk about being so patriotic and I love America and all this other kind of stuff. Why can't you wear a simple mask to keep other people safe? Because I go in and out of homes for my job. I always got a mask on. It's not just for me; it's for you as well. Because again, I'm in and out of homes, so I don't want to bring nothing into your home and make you sick. I'd be horrible. I'd feel horrible if that happened.
Right.
Horrible. So, but yeah, do y'all think it's more? Do y'all think it's everybody that's tired of it? Just younger people, just older people? What are y'all thoughts?
Clearly, young people. I think they never was here for it in the first place. At least some middle-aged people are over it. You see them going inside the stores, causing a ruckus. Like, I know y'all probably seen videos of like some Karens going inside of a store. Like, the store require you to come in with a mask. They'll come in with a mask, take it off. They want to act crazy. Like, bro, you came in with the mask. Why not just keep wearing it? Like, come on now. So middle-aged Karens and whatnot. But I think a lot of people just over because it's not really covered in the news like that, for real.
Right.
Like, we don't went on to the protests, the riots, and looting, and then it just moving on. I'm like, bro, it never left. Why y'all forget about this for?
Exactly.
I think it's a little bit that has to do with like on the news, they cover like the deaths, but they don't cover like how it's created. I mean, they'll tell you about the symptoms like if you watch the news for a long time, but like you just by like just tuning in for like 30 minutes, you ain't gonna see nothing about it because they just gonna talk about politics and how Trump is doing this and then you know a whole bunch of other bull crap. They ain't going pinning down to like the actual like what the virus is. Like if you watch the documentary and they'll tell you everything about the virus, they ain't doing that. They just going around the issue and saying that young folks ain't listening and people are going through stores and not wearing masks. But it's more than that. We need some facts on like what the virus is, and I don't think people are really getting that.
You heard what that man in the office said. That man said, if we stop testing now, there'll be less cases.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck? I was like, what is wrong with you?
Wait a minute. And I'm not agreeing with him. But is he wrong?
I mean, he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong at all.
Technically, no. It'd be less documented cases.
Right.
But undocumented, people still be out there dying like, man, Jimmy just fell over for no reason.
Right. Again, I'm not agreeing with it. It's just like, it's technically, but in reality, it's like, no, it
doesn't solve the issue. Because we stop testing doesn't solve the issue.
You're just not going to know about the other cases. They're still going to be there. You're just not going to know.
I ain't gonna lie though. That man, he is. I mean, I don't agree with anything or almost pretty much anything he say, but at the same time, he is entertaining. Now I ain't gonna lie about it. He keeps me posted, dog.
It's the WWE, I swear.
Yeah.
That's what that's what it is.
He is Vince McMahon.
Yeah. Yes.
And it's crazy because it's like America is a reality show. And I know you guys have seen the memes with like the aliens on the spaceship. They like, yo, this season of America, I mean, not America, this season of Earth right now is crazy, yo. Like, all this stuff going on. Man,
we wild out here.
Yeah, it seems to be. Well, you know, I don't pay. Not that I don't pay attention, but I'm not exposed to a lot of things that's going on across the world. But at least here, 2020 has been hard. 2020.
But actually, I saw a thing on you know how like July 4th we had like a lot of you know celebrations and stuff.
Yeah.
We celebrate Juneteenth and everything. But even during those times, like Juneteenth and July 4th, like 87 people were shot in 77 people were shot in Chicago, and like 30 people died. In Atlanta, 24 people shot on July 4th alone. You know, and then it was like 8 people that died. Oh, Ricky Smiley's daughter got shot.
I saw
DC
that.
Young, DC Young Fly's cousin died. They killed her.
Wow.
Yeah. They got people killing. And then in Ethiopia, I just like, you know, I was just looking at the random like just statistics on the news. Man, they had a protest out there for racial inequality, and 81 people got shot and died. 81 people died. It's not counting the people that got shot, just died. So I'm just like, I'm looking around the world, and I seen like it was a Viceland documentary. He said something about like the Ethiopian Israelis, you know, like the Ethiopian Jews. They they went to Israel, and a lot of them, they're getting discriminatized out there by the police, and they getting beat, and they have videos just like we do, and they having issues, and it's just everywhere in the world is just messed up right now. So I just like, man, all I can do is just sit in the country and chill out. You know, I can't do nothing because it's just gonna happen.
Yeah, and that's what's hard. Like, you can't stop life from happening. You can't stop.
Yeah.
You know, the virus couldn't stop injustice and all these other different things. It kind of slowed things down for a while because people were afraid, but it was going to return at some point, you know, full force. And it just seems like, as far as America is concerned, we're just like, because it's been going on for, this is what I think. People are like, because it's been going on for so long, because I haven't gotten sick, and because nobody in my immediate family has been sick, or maybe they were, but they got better, it ain't that bad. And I'm tired of being in the house. What do we say? YOLO, life is too short. If I'm meant to, I've heard a whole bunch of people say this. If it's not time to go, it's my time.
Oh, no. That's the old people way of thinking. I remember my grandma told me that one time when I was young. I said, no, it ain't. I'm going to find my way. I'm going to live.
But it's almost like playing Russian roulette and be like, well, spinning the thing. Well, if it's my time to go, it's my. No, you're putting yourself in a situation where the likelihood of you having complications with your life that leads to death is increased, right? Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not willingly and intentionally putting myself in a situation where I could be harmed. That's not Devon's prerogative. I don't want to do that. But why do y'all think we're getting over this? We're moving past it. We're bored of it.
People are tired of being bored. They tired of being in the house. They want to go back and go to the club. I seen one thing. People like, no, most people's lives wasn't that interesting. You know, you work 40 hours a week and you go out to eat once a week. That was your life. You trying to go out for that and die? No. But people are, let's say, just bored, want to get back to their life. You know, want to go out and party, want to do this, that, and the third. And personally, I don't think it's worth it yet. But to each his own, I guess.
I think that, like he said, you know, people got like too much time on their hands. A lot of people there, you know, they go on unemployment right now because, you know, they don't have jobs, or the fact that they're not laid off, but they're working from home, and so they got the kids in the house, and they, the kids are jumping around, and they want to just get outside and just take a breather. And the best thing they can do is go to the grocery store. Or, I mean, sometimes I remember my cousin's ex-wife, she took the kids to the water park, and just to just get out and just have some fun a little bit. It's still summertime, and the thing is, you just want to do the regular. I ain't gonna say just the regular things, but you want to do somewhat of the regular things that you did, because it's gonna be hot outside, of course. So people gonna get outside. Because nobody want to die inside if you ain't got no AC. Especially if you live in a spot that you can't pay for it. I mean, especially with unemployment, you can't pay for the AC. You won't sit outside on the porch, and you're gonna see your neighbors walk by, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, what's up? What's up?" And then you're gonna try to talk to them, and of course you ain't gonna be 6 feet because you're gonna be all in their business, talking. And then you see your neighbor across the way, he did the same thing and talked to y'all. Then y'all got a whole big get together, got a porch. And you be like, man, I'm hungry. Oh, what you gonna do? Oh, man, let's go barbecue the grill, man. And as soon as you get the barbecue going, you're gonna have pretty much a family reunion or a block party or something, and then everybody gonna get together. So honestly, like, I think this Corona, it just sits down and just shows us like how we are as a people, and it's just clarifying what we're doing.
I have a good analogy for it. Excuse me. I look at it like this. I feel like there are some people that have interacted with people, maybe they were cautious at first, but they did it. And then 2 weeks went by. Cause that's what they say, like, right? You have 2 weeks and it can show itself. 2 weeks go by, nothing happens. And you're like, oh, I'm still good. So you're like, let me try that again. Then you go hang out with some more people. 2 more weeks go by. You like, I'm immune to this. I'm not getting it.
Superman.
I look at it like texting and driving, right? You do it that first time. I made it to my destination. I'm good.
Ooh,
and then
hard towards me.
You keep on doing it. You keep on doing it. You get comfortable, and you just the danger in your mind isn't as severe because you've been doing it for so long. Not saying that texting and driving is right, y'all, but you've been doing it for so long, and it's like, well, I've been doing it this long and nothing's ever happened. I can imagine there's many people in America like that right now. I've been to a bar, bro. Ain't nothing happened to me. I've been to a party. I've been to protest. And that's what they said. They said they don't have any evidence, at least from what I saw, they don't have any evidence to say that protests have led to a spike in cases, which is good.
Yeah.
I know. So basically you're saying like America is like desensitized in a way?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Because I mean, like I said, I've been in and out of homes for my job, and thankfully I haven't, other than that time I shared, I haven't had any other, moments of sickness or COVID symptoms. And I know like people that I interact with that are out there doing like still living life as normal and haven't had any kind of complications. So, I mean, if you haven't had any and you've been doing stuff, you would probably be more inclined to be like, man, the government lying, because I've been going about business as usual and I'm fine. So, not saying it's right, but I don't know what is. I really don't.
No, that's true. You're telling the whole truth right there.
Yeah, I heard about Disney World opening back up.
I didn't.
I heard that Universal Studios was already open, if I'm not mistaken, but Disney World's about to open back up.
Oh man.
Yeah, I saw one person say they was actually like practicing social distancing. You had to wear a mask. They wiped everything down. Okay. They actually felt safe there. But still, just the thought of going to an amusement park, I don't think I can do it.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm probably the same way. But you also got to think, you got the NBA season coming up, and they doing that there in Orlando, so they probably open it up for that.
Well, I don't think they're gonna have no crowd though. This is gonna be them, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure honestly. I think it's just them, but I'm not sure.
I saw that they like in a bubble or whatever. They can't go outside the city or something like that.
Yeah. But they ain't gonna lie, that food they getting, they be fire though. I be seeing J.R. Smith's video feed, but I be like, that food fire. They got their video games, got the hotels. They chilling, bro. They chilling.
So are they expecting them to social distance like from their teammates?
In a way, like I guess not during practice, but
yes,
during, like,
when they off time, I guess they got to be apart. I don't know. I ain't
At
look that deep
point,
into it.
What would be the difference?
Yeah. I mean, I guess that bubble would just get it. Like I guess I don't know, man. Like honestly, it's so confusing. It's so confusing. Cause like if they're gonna get it, they're really. I mean, cause they're gonna meet their families at one point, like later on in the year, or at least like a couple months. They're gonna have to give it to them at some point. You know, if somebody has it over there. Which and then football. Well, we ain't even talk about football. No. Yeah. But yeah, man. Like honestly, I don't know.
Well, you know they got the NBA is probably $1 billion industry, if not billions. They probably got enough resources to test them like after every or before every practice or something like that. I don't know. Definitely before games, I'm assuming.
Oh no, they're testing them every day. I did hear about that.
Okay.
They do
So
okay.
That makes sense then. That makes sense.
Boy, I just get COVID, boy, it's gonna be a wrap for the NBA.
Why you say that?
LeBron is the NBA right now.
You're right.
People try to. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just about to say, what y'all think about Kyrie and Dwight Howard saying they don't want to play?
Honestly, I'll be in their same shoes probably. I'm not doing it. I know Kyrie said he's like doing it to get like some social reform or something like that, right?
Yeah. It wasn't for COVID. It was just for social reform.
Okay.
I mean, take a stand. I mean, it might cost him his job, like capping it, but it's good that he's trying to use the platform for something good, I guess.
Yeah.
I can respect it. I mean, you fighting for justice. I can always respect that.
Yeah. The only thing I got an issue with is because I just watched the documentary about the was it 1966 or 68 or something Olympics. You know when they put the black fist up after they won the first and second place in track.
Yeah, John Carlos, right?
I think it's John something. I ain't gonna lie, I forgot their names.
Okay. Yeah.
But all three of them were because they had one Australian dude, so they had two Black Americans and they had one Australian dude that was white, and it just showed that they were going to boycott the Olympics, but they found out that if they would have boycotted the Olympics, it was something where they if they would have boycotted the Olympics, they wouldn't be able to stand up and do the Black Power, and it would have defeated the whole purpose of what they've been doing. Because they had, because like it was in Mexico City, and in Mexico City they had like 2,000 people die while they was in the Olympics.
Oh wow!
Because they were revolting against the government, not revolting, but they were like they had rallies and stuff like that, and they were just like they were standing and marching against their social injustice, and they said that it was like 2,000 people died, but they only said that like 8 people died in the news.
Oh, that's crazy.
So they went through the Olympics and they used that platform to do it. But I think if you don't play, you're kind of just not showing America. You're kind of showing America in a different way that you don't want to stand. And I mean, I understand that you don't want to play and COVID's happening, but I think I don't know. I think it's kind of confusing in my opinion if you say you don't want to play even though everybody else got to. I don't know.
And I think that's one of the reasons why people kind of got away from the virus too, is this fighting for racial justice in America. As we saw like the protests increase and the murders that were being posted like every week, it seemed like some people's focus kind of shifted from that to like, now I'm fighting for my life, the life of my brothers and sisters and family members and community, etc. How do y'all feel about that? Was that appropriate?
Well,
the protest?
Kind of like, I don't want to say ignoring COVID for the protest, but like shifting the focus from that to the protest.
I mean, in a sense, the protest, I feel like it was needed.
Yeah.
Definitely. It just sucks that it's happened to be during the pandemic. But like you know before, like talked about before, you got a bunch of people who are unemployed, at home with so much time on their hands. What else they got to do?
Right.
Unfortunately, for great change comes great sacrifice.
Yeah. This is true. Press.
100% what he believes. Because honestly, like, I think it's true that we we should be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like even though COVID was happening, the time was necessary. It's even though like situations happen throughout history. I mean, there's probably been a Black Plague out there. You know what I'm saying? But if something ain't right, something ain't right. And somebody gotta stand up for it. I mean, it may be, people go through wars, but Black folks went through wars and they still get discriminatized. That'd be the best time to stand up and be like, hey, you know what? We ain't fighting for y'all. We gonna stand up for our people. And then they'll be like, oh dang, we gotta get this straight because wartime's coming and we need these folks. We need our Black brothers and sisters, so they're gonna be kind of bend over and be more flexible, be like, you know what, we do need to get our act together. And I think this is a time just to wake people up. But the only thing is there's other distractions out there that even though we were doing our protests, you had so many other distractions that's kind of just mixing and confusing our what we are trying to do as a people. And I don't know. I hate that how like they people like setting up bricks and like we were peaceful protesting, and then you got people rioting, and then they kind of just use that anger and fury of the Black people to like make them seem like they were rioting out there. They kind of just like twisted the view and our perspective.
The narrative.
Yeah,
I saw this thing that said, "Do y'all notice how looting died down and peaceful protests continued, but the media coverage of the protests has died down?"
Yes, yes, because they're still protesting. People are still protesting.
It goes to show that we weren't out there doing that crazy stuff.
Most of us won't. Some people were taking advantage, but most of us weren't doing that. Most of us was out there for good reasons, trying to really create some change. And I agree with y'all. I don't see the protests as a distraction from COVID or from the pandemic, because it's the reasons for the protests existed before COVID-19. We have always been affected by it. And it just I think the pandemic created an environment to where the protests started. Right. It was like Karan said, people being in their homes, people being without jobs, having somebody in a public position, the highest position in America, continuously saying things that are divisive, if that's the word I'm looking for. It just kind of created this environment or these conditions for it to happen. And I'm glad it did happen. Like Karan said too, though, the timing was but is there ever a great time for a revolution or protest? Not really. Right. It might have been better if it wasn't a deadly virus going on, but you can't help that, as we start to get to this normalcy thing now, we're seeing a return for people like blasting celebrity business and gossip and all these different kind of things, which I'm fine with. People need escapes. You can't always focus on COVID. You can't always focus on protests. You got to have something where you can just kind of like
get away from
relax, and have some stuff that isn't as intense. But one of the things that people have been talking about recently, boy, is this whole Jada Smith and August Alsina and Will Smith thing. Have y'all heard about it? And tell me your thoughts.
Go ahead, Preston. I'll let you go first. You got some stuff to say.
Oh, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was dying with the memes on that jump, bro. Hey, entanglement. I ain't gonna lie. What you talking about? She knows she did it. She just didn't want to say. It's PG-13, so we gotta keep it real, but at the same time, but I ain't gonna lie, she was messing around, boy. She was out there hunching. I mean, and even with the Jada, it's sad to make August Alsina look like he was a bad dude in a way, but I don't know. I gotta see what y'all think first, because honestly, I'm gonna say some regular stuff. I don't want to say that regular.
Go ahead and say it. She belonged to the streets. Go ahead and say
she
it.
Do.
Right? Would they have an open relationship or open marriage? I heard people saying something about that.
From what they said, they didn't.
Okay. She got to go then.
I'm on the podcast.
I listened to the Red Table Talk they had, and from what they were saying, they were done. They were on break. They were still legally married, but like they were separated. Will said, "I'm done with you." Like, and he was like, "I never thought I was gonna get back with you." So she didn't cheat on him, and I'm sure that he was out there doing his thing too. I think what's making this bigger is that August Alsina came out and said, "This is what happened." And people were speculating before he said it. And then he came out and confirmed it. And then he's another, like star. He's a R&B singer.
Trying to promote his album.
All this kind. Yeah. So people are like, it's a bigger thing, and he's younger than her. So there's all these different factors that play into like, oh, this is exciting. What's going on? She cheated on Will. Not Will. Cause Will Smith is like, in a sense, America's sweetheart. He's like this movie star. He's in all these different movies. So people kind of like demonized her. But I'm always like, there's always two sides to a story. Number one, they're adults. They said they were separated. If they separated, and that means you can do what you want to do, right?
Yeah, she can separate out my house.
Yeah. But the thing is, they got the ring though. They still got that ring on their finger though. That's the thing.
Right. So I'm gonna give you a scenario, person. I love my scenarios. So you with your wife, right?
Okay.
You get to a point where you like, this just ain't working. I see you. I get frustrated. Like, our communication is horrible. We've tried therapy. It's not working. Like, I don't have that same love for you anymore. And she says the same thing. And then, like, y'all break. You're like, we're going to get divorced. So I'm going to move out. You keep this. I'm going to go over here. We're done. You tell her this. We're done. Don't contact me. I'm going to go do my thing. You do your thing. You live life. So that happens. For a period of 5 months, right?
Okay.
5 months go by, something happens, you guys reconnect, and you like, I do still love you. She like, I still love you too. So y'all get back together, right?
Yeah.
Can you penalize her for what she did in the 5 months that y'all were apart?
No. Because I'm probably gonna be doing my thing too, or I gotta give the benefit of the doubt that I could be doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, though, I think, in the situation, didn't she say like it would happen 4.5 years ago, but they kept it going for a while, and Will knew about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the thing. He knew about it even when they were together.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It makes me say. They come back together, and if I was in that situation, and they come back together, I'd be like, all right, cool. Now you got to end that. You know what I'm saying? We good. We on equal ground. The only thing is you got to end your situation. And if she say, oh, I'm still gonna be with him for a little bit, I don't want to break his heart, or he's still sick or whatnot. I mean, like, okay, yeah. Like Daquan Whipside said.
Bro, that dude hilarious.
Yeah, bro. I tell that man, I saw the thing he did. He was
I saw it as soon as he posted that joint.
Yeah, he said, I think I got COVID. Hey, if he's sick and he got liver problems, hold on now. I got COVID. What you talking about? You gonna belong to me too. You know what I'm saying? So like, what's the issue? Like, you gotta it's equal opportunity for everybody. So if you gonna do the same thing for him, you gotta do the same thing for everybody. You know what I'm saying? and I don't know. It kind of she was kind of like hypocritical when it came to that, because like, okay. Yeah, once you separated, I understand wholeheartedly. You can do whatever you want, you know what I'm saying? Y'all think y'all gonna get a divorce, understand that. But then when y'all get back together, that's a whole nother subject. Because he said the whole family knew, ain't say knew about it, but they knew they were hanging around, you know what I'm saying? And he said that, they knew about the situation. And
so I thought they were saying like, because she was saying, because he called him Og. So I'm like, all right, so apparently
they knew that dude.
He has a relationship with him in some kind of way too. So when they were talking about it, he was like, he came around, the whole family interacted with him. And then she was saying like, we were helping him. So it almost, and I don't know the scope of their relationship, but it sounded like they were like, we took in this sickly person that needed help. Our family's kind of getting him back on his feet. So then a friendship was created between him and Jada. She said that when her and Will broke up, that's when they took their friendship and went to the next level, because she was like, I was broken and he was there for me. And then we did our thing. And then I guess when I heard it, I guess I thought she was saying like when we were done. And then I got back with Will because she was like, she didn't hear from August in a while. That's what had me kind of like, I mean, this dude that the whole family helped, and you went and you were saying like you're his mentor, and then you're like, I don't know.
She had it in her mind the whole time. Even if they didn't, entangle, she had it in her mind the whole time. And at the same time, you gotta think. Dang, what I'm about to say. I forgot what I was gonna say.
So you gotta think what I was about to say.
It was a situation where she the language she was speaking, she was like, "Oh, Will, I was so hurt, and he made me feel so good. I haven't felt so good in a long, long time." And I was like, "How long?" And then Will was talking about some girth and stuff. I was like, "Hold on now, y'all saying some suspect language, man." I was like, "Hey,
I did catch that. I did. I was like, that's an interesting choice of words for him to use because he didn't have to use that word. It was appropriate, but there was so many other different words he could have used to say it. I caught that. But I don't know. I mean, to each their own. You do what you want to do. It's their relationship. It ain't got nothing to do with Devon.
They should have kept it inside. That's what they should have did.
But they said they were, because remember they were like, nobody knew we were separated. We purposefully didn't tell nobody. It only kind of came up because August was like, yo, me and Jada was in a relationship. And my sister was telling me he only said that because people were kind of blackballing him. And it was like, he a home wrecker. And he like, no, I'm not a home wrecker. Like, she was separated. She was separated when I was with her. And I guess it kind of all came out.
But in my opinion, I think it's okay for them to say that they knew about it and and there was some great stuff. But it should have just stopped after that. They'd be like, okay, we yes, I was entangled with August. We were separated at the time, and that's it. That's what they should have just had, like a short, concise answer to their problem, and let everybody else think whatever they want to think. But now they said all this. Yeah, they were sloppy with the famous stuff. Man.
I couldn't be famous. Imagine having to do a public thing to let the world know about your relationship. I couldn't do it. The world don't even know all my business.
You notice he was like relationship, because she said entanglement twice. He was like relationship. That's what it was, a relationship. Entanglement. I saw something. It was like T.I. mad that she used that word before Humble Hour. It was a week.
I was like, let me write this down.
Man,
she dope for that though. I ain't gonna lie. Like she at her whole thing, she's like a politician. Like she was wording herself around the situation.
Yes. She was very specific with what she was saying. I was paying attention to that. I mean, I guess you have to be.
No, I want you to come straight out and be blunt and tell me what happened. I don't need to be around no bush, no secretive words, no. Did he get the cheeks?
No
yes
entanglement. No entanglement.
No entanglement. Did he get the cheeks? Yes or no?
Well, he pretty much already confirmed that, and she confirmed that he was accurate with it. And then at the end, what had me, there was like, bad marriage for life. I was like, no.
Oh,
well, as soon as she would have put her fist out on fist, I'm like, get that mess out of here. Get my table. This is my table now. This is my table.
No.
What's crazy though is people are mad at her. Like, Jada did Will wrong. She cheated on him. She belongs to the streets. He said he's forgiven her. I don't know if he even needs to forgive her because they were on break. We haven't even talked about. What would be interesting is if the people that he were with came out during a break and was like, well, shoot, during that break, I was with Will Smith, and then it'd be a whole thing. Would they do the same thing? Would she feel the same?
Well, at the same, because when they discussed it, they were like, yeah, you was in your entanglement. And she was like, well, Will, you was doing your thing too. She was like, you out there too. And he was like, yeah, I know, but what you did was dirty. So the thing I want to know is what she did while she was in that relationship, because he said that she did him dirty. So that's the thing. Like, what happened to make them? Because they knew they were on equal terms, so they roundabouts. You know, they were doing what they were doing. But at the same time, I guess when they got back together, I guess she was keeping it going. I don't know, but
you know what? Cake and eat it too.
It may have been like because she was bringing him around. So imagine like I'm gonna use Karan this time. Karan, you in a relationship with this woman, and she has this best friend that's a male. Rihanna. She has this best friend that's a male, right? And she tells you, "Oh no, we're just friends. It's platonic. You know, we never done anything. Yada yada yada." And y'all hang out together, right? He comes to your house because he her friend. So you've grown to accept them. You cool with them too, right?
Yeah.
You guys go on break, and then y'all get back together. You find out that this dude that's been around you, your kids, and your wife that's come to your cookouts, birthday parties, etc. She was with him. Would you feel maybe that's why people are like, this is dirtier?
Go. She ain't come back to my house.
It's more messed up because of they all kind of seem to have a relationship with August Alsina. It wasn't just like he was exclusively her friend or whatever. It was kind of like, because they said the whole family interacted with him. I think that's what kind of makes it like more messed up, you know?
Yeah.
Take advantage of the situation.
Because he off their table.
Yeah. He been in their house and everything and all that kind of stuff. They probably like Uncle August. And then, you know, find out Uncle August and Mama didn't did it. Like
Uncle August
piping up. Thanks. Him with that Falcon punch.
Right?
Man, I don't know. It's a little betrayal in there, though. Like you said, it's a little betrayal in there. But I mean, grown up's gonna be grown, and I mean he forgave her and whatnot, so I can't be mad about it. Like
like Devon said, it ain't got nothing to do with me, so
I ain't got nothing to do with Devon.
But it gave me something to talk about, though. That's it.
It gave everybody. We took a break from everything collectively. It was like, what's going on? Jada did what?
Yep. My thing is, I think she should have made a statement. You know, had like a written statement, like, yeah, I did do it. You know, da da da, and that's it.
Yeah.
She got Will in it, and they were discussing it. You know, what I'm saying I couldn't be Will, bro. I gotta give it up to that man though. He stayed true, because I would have, like Karan said, I would have put the pause on that.
Well, I would have passed out.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hit nobody, but I would have been mad. I ain't gonna lie. I would have been mad.
Why is it that men seem to be less likely to be forgiving when their partner, especially if it's a woman, has cheated or has done something like that, whereas women are kind of, it's almost like we expect them to like forgive us, because you know they're the relationships with a dude and cheat about twice, 3 times, he come back, everything, you know, nobody really looks at the girl any differently, you just accept it for what it is. Yeah. But then you have the relationship where if she cheat on him, the dude is done. He like, I can't believe you did this to me. You betrayed me. I could never be with you anymore. Like, why do y'all think that is?
Like you always say before, their significant other got dominated by another man. That power. Now that power has been disrupted and whatnot. Now you trying to get your power back. But you know, you try to get it back, but deep down you know, damn, somebody else had power for a little bit. That's gonna mess with me.
So you're saying it's like an ego thing?
Probably.
The male ego.
You know, like you always say, like men, like we're dominant when it comes to like sex and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So to let another man dominate your significant other, you're gonna feel some type of way.
Right.
Yeah, sounds like ego.
Because I think of it like when it comes to that, I think of it more like not human instinct, but more like our beast mentality, like, you know, like our animal instinct. Like, you know, I ain't saying that we all animals, but that's, you know, when it comes to sex, you know, that's the main process. You know, you gonna be to your natural instinct.
Beast.
You know, but the only thing is like, you know, kind of like in the old days, you know, men used to have like 3 or 4 wives. You know what I'm saying? But that's their property or territory. I ain't saying that's true. I ain't saying that that's the nowadays. You know, I ain't saying like that. But that's what, you know, it had that stigma for so long that it's probably still ingrained in our genetics to where like, hey, a man, you know, that's his girl, you know, that she's supposed to support me. I mean, I'm supposed to, you know, help her out too, but in the that's what you know, that old timey thinking, you know, like, oh no, like that's I hate to say it, but they think it's their territory, and it's like another man stepping in their territory and be like, hey, I got what you got, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, it kind of deals with the ego too. The ego is the, you know, kind of like the instinct and all that. So like, but I mean, do I agree with it? No, but that, I mean, that's what people think.
I see what you're saying. So patriarchy and ego is what messes men up as far as that, because I know everybody probably knows somebody that's in a situation like that, or have seen it through media or whatever, where the woman is like just expected to be there and stay down and hold the fort down. The man can do whatever he want to do, and you know, it ain't fair. I can see how women could be like, that ain't fair. It's not. I don't agree with it, but you know, I don't think anybody should cheat on anybody. That's what I think. Right. Break up in a relationship before you cheat.
Thanks. Yeah.
So
that's the hard part. The people don't want to do that though.
Nah. People don't like being honest.
Yep.
People don't like being honest.
Easy to lie.
It's easy to lie.
It's easier to lie to tell the truth.
You're right. Everybody can't be Future.
As we've already said. I'm not even gonna say it. There'll be less cases if we don't test as much, y'all. That's all I'm gonna say. There'll be less cases if we don't test. Karai, go ahead and bring us on out.
Look, guys, thank y'all for letting us redirect y'all and, you know, have some great conversations and whatnot. Hopefully y'all interact with us, you know, tell us how you felt about this, you know, we'll comment back and whatnot. But make sure to, like I said, of course, y'all should know by now, 2 followers. Follow us, subscribe to us, the RD Podcast 1, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We're very we got 3. Oh, my mom did tell me.
Preston there.
Oh, Preston. My mom told me she put another person onto us, so we got 3 followers. Well, 3.
We got 4 now. Oh, we growing.
We doing big things now, boy.
We expanding our territory.
Preston, where can people find you?
If you want them to
find you.
Yeah, if you want them to find you.
So I did change my Instagram name, so you know it ain't Spartan King 24/7 no more. It is now Sugar Fiend Mob 247. Yes, sir.
I didn't even know you had Instagram. Let me go ahead and look that up.
Yeah, you know. And then I got my Facebook, you know, you just look up Preston Bass, you know, Preston blow you away like a Smith & Wesson, no second guess it. Oh, gotta stay fresh. Anyways, then you got I got Twitter, Sugar Fiend 247 at that, you know. You know, we out here. Oh, I got Snapchat, but that's for my close friends. So like, Devon, you got Snapchat? I don't think I guess you on Snapchat.
I don't got Snapchat.
Yeah. Oh, you got Snapchat? Oh, okay. No. But Karan got me on Snapchat.
Pressing me wild up there, boy. That last video you sent me, I was weak.
Oh, man. But yeah.
So y'all heard it. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, y'all, that's where you can find me.
Okay. I was going to say, so y'all heard it. That's where y'all can find Preston, a.k.a. Vintage P. The more I say it, the less I want to say it. Preston, you might need to change it. It sounds cool. It sounds cool. It's better than Devon's nickname that he tried to force. Vintage P. He got a name. He trying to say his new name is Rocket Brocket. That's because
you feel shameful about that name.
One of our other guests had the foresight to be like, you know what, Rocket sounds good for you. And I said, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Rockets go up. They go out into space. I'm a star. So I'm gonna be Rocket all day.
Nah, they run out of
rockets can explode.
Yeah. You know.
So yeah, we gotta find a nickname right now. it's gonna be.
Nah. We thank you guys for listening.
I'm gonna try not to divide.
All right, y'all. We'll catch y'all next time.
All right, y'all.
Redirects
Peace.
out.
All right, y'all. Peace.